Hello there guys and welcome to I Hear Zombies, your survival guide for the zombie apocalypse. With him.
And him. So, Philip.
Yes, hello.
First things first. Episode 1, we're going to be covering day 1. This is the day of the outbreak. Everything revolves around your first critical decisions.
Choices. They will determine what happens later on.
It does.
Okay, so for example, you're watching TV. All of a sudden, boom! Breaking news: zombie apocalypse is happening. Yeah. No. What do you do? First thing, boom, go.
It all depends on where I am.
Alright, well Let's go for home. Home easier.
Home.
Alright, if you're at home, you're watching TV, this happens.
First thing I'd go for, I'd find some kind of weapon. Straight down the end of the garden, get an axe.
Yeah.
Big axe. That's just something that I can just hold and walk around with and feel safe. I just feel safer with something to...
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to be looking for food and how to get people and to do stuff.
When you've got nothing.
When you've got nothing, because what are you going to do? Beat a zombie?
It doesn't matter if it's anything special, like even just a baseball bat, just to fend them off with.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've got a big axe.
Big and heavy blunt object, something, or a sharp object, obviously, depending on if it's an axe
Blunty sharp.
Blunty sharp.
Blunty sharp, people.
Yeah, I can understand that. You've got a weapon, you've got your axe, you've strapped it to your belt in some sort of fashion. Surely clothing comes into the zombie apocalypse.
Oh, right.
It was a segue. I was moving it along.
Just kind of shuffling in the right direction.
Yeah, I mean, surely clothing. I mean, what do you wear? I mean, if you're going to be inside, fair enough. If you're inside, I mean, you've got like here, for example, you've got the clothes that you own.
Wardrobe right behind me.
Yeah, you've got those clothes. But what happens if you want to go outside? I mean, there's only so much designer clothes you can wear. You know,
I'm not going to be worried about looking
like
good. Well, I am going to be worried about looking good. I'm going to still want to look good.
It's kind of like, you know, you
want to look good killing zombies.
Yeah, you don't want to be dressed up in comfy clothes when you look like a...
Yeah, I don't want to be wearing trackies. Everything fall out your pockets.
Yeah, I mean, you want to be able to run. You want to be able to climb. You don't want to wear your best pair of jeans, even though you look cool. They kind of look better when they're a bit tatty and a bit muddy and like you wearing ripped jeans. I mean, it's... But then again, people might think you've already been attacked.
Well, again, at home, I would be just in this. I mean, I wear these jeans all the time, unless I wash them, which isn't that often. But I'd be in this, so I guess I'd just chill in this for now.
Yeah.
Because I'd also get very hot. But I mean, in terms of like trousers I actually own, I'd want a pair of like cargo trousers.
Yeah.
Plenty of pockets. Just to put in like, anything.
See, I've always said that I'd want a pair of like cargo trousers, but then with like cuffs at the bottom, sort of at your calf level. Yeah, so they kind of hold together. Yeah. Yeah. But I don't want to look like a cyclist with an elastic band around my ankle.
So, Phil and I, we've been doing some research. If I get out this book here, and Philip bought a book as well. But in here, I had a quick flick through in the shop, and came to footwear. And they suggested, big kind of builders still...
Yeah, still toe cap boots. Yeah.
And they said, it's not ideal for running great distances, but if you factor in the amount of the terrain, you might not be running around like tarmac roads and everything. It might be terrain, but I think I'd rather have a lighter pair of shoes.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm quite fast. I'd like to be able to just go and be off.
Converse would be good, but the minute they get wet, your feet are going to be stodgy. They're going to be soaking. I mean, you got to think, if you're outside, I mean, you've got to be cutting across country. You don't want to be wearing a pair of Converse through the woods.
I don't want to wear a pair of boots. They're so heavy.
Right. Shoe manufacturers make a pair of Converse boots.
Zombie boots.
Zombie Converse
You'll
make
boots.
A fortune.
You literally will from just us two.
Okay.
But your comment there about what kind of zombies.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think...
That's the tricky one.
So many films have tried to portray what their idea of realistic zombies. And I think... Now, I'm going to put it out there.
They've hit the nail on the head on every type of zombie that there could possibly be.
Yeah, I'm going to put it out there and say that I think everyone, including myself, I think everyone, this is my view, that everyone would love the Shaun of the Dead zombies.
Yes. Retarded, dumb, slow zombies.
Yeah, I mean...
You'd last forever. You would survive.
I mean, if you take them and then you go, oh, okay, would you rather Shaun of the Dead zombies or would you rather 28 weeks later zombies? Rage-infested, evil, fast, clever bastards. Or World War Z. I mean, it's just a horde. Like you'd have hordes, but if you had a horde of Shaun of the Dead zombies, slow, then they're
but
not.
They still
gonna...
do kind of overrun though. There's so many of them. They just keep pushing.
They
slowly,
do, but that's what zombies have because they don't need to feed. They're not like a normal army. If you think of it in a war type scenario,
they just keep pushing.
You're their food source. So it's like us going to the supermarket and then bread going, oh no, because you got obviously, if say a zombie bites you, you turn into a zombie as the traditional way it is. You have then doubled the amount of zombies within seconds. So then 2 zombies then bite another 2 people. That's 4 zombies, and it just keeps exponentially increasing and increasing. It's a snowball effect. I mean, in 3 months, the whole world could be taken over. This is why we're making this video. To stop you getting bitten, so you can survive longer. Okay, so going back, you found out about the zombie apocalypse. Yeah. You've got some clothes. You can put on a jacket. You've got a hood just to keep yourself warm enough if you go outside, because we never know what time of year it is. It could be. Yeah. I mean, we're out in summer at the moment, and it's raining.
And it's raining.
It is raining.
It's chucking it down.
You've got to think of what time of the year it is. So
I think we just go for the here and now.
Okay, so you've got your clothes. You've got your weapon. How do you go about finding people? I mean, now we've got phones. It's easier. I mean, everyone in films, whenever they have films, they never use their phone. No. They never have a phone conversation going.
Well, I'd ring you straight and be like, hello, Phil.
Are we going to roleplay this? Do you want... Hello, Tom.
So we should meet up somewhere.
Okay, so
I think we should convene. So, yes.
So you want to meet up? You want to find, because there is a hard. Like, seriously, there is a hard decision you make. I mean, you're at home, and you've got to decide if it's your family you want to be with, and do you reckon your family can take care of themselves? Do you reckon they can be a unit? Or do you go for your friends? Because I know that my family would not be great in a zombie apocalypse.
Nope.
Yeah, so you're thinking your friends.
Yeah.
You go for your friends. They kind of have the same lifestyle as you, so they'd be able to you'd be able to stay with them longer in a longer amount of time.
Less chance of arguments and kind of fallouts. Yeah. And better as a team.
Yeah. But then, how do you contact your friends if your phone's out?
Smoke signals, Phil.
Smoke signals. They could be miles away. I mean, we don't live very close together. I mean, we live nearly. We're about 20 minutes away. I mean, it's not that.
6 and a half. No, 7 miles. I think. I drive to yours. Because your house is better to hole up in. You're gonna find yourself making bonds with people through a mutual survival state, really, aren't you? You've got to, like, this whole episode should be about choices. You've got to be very tactical with what you do. It is.
Because you never know what's going to happen in the future. You kill that person, and then you yourself, whilst you're hurting them or taking their stuff, they could have helped you. If you could turn around and there's a zombie in your face, and if you had someone there, they could have helped you out. So it's kind of a catch-22. Do you make your best decision for you right there and right now, and not worry about the consequences, or do you make your decisions based on consequences?
So I'd ring you and be like, yo, and you'd be like, yo, and be like, we're good. Okay, zombies, shit, plan, go. We've talked about this hundreds of times. Yep. Right, okay, I'll head to yours. I grab a bag. I've got a sports bag, some clothes. In an emergency bag.
I mean, it's always good to have like a little emergency bag with you anyway. Like, even just for real, like for general life. Excuse me. A couple of canned food. Couple of cans of food.
Couple of canned food.
An axe or a blunt weapon of some sort. Just a change of clothes, warm clothes, maybe some toilet paper, because you never know how long you're gonna be out in the wilderness for. So, some of you are probably thinking, oh, well, I haven't got an axe, or I haven't got, I live in a flat. I don't have any of this stuff. Or an apartment. I don't have a garden. I don't need
an axe. You live in a flat.
Yeah. I mean, I don't play sports. I don't have a baseball bat. I don't have a hockey stick. I don't have a cricket bat. I mean, what do? You
use furniture.
Chair legs. Furniture. I mean, chair legs.
Chair legs.
You're not going to sit down in your own house on a nice comfy chair anymore, are you?
No.
Something heavy.
Just a club,
musical instrument. Go back old school.
If you've got any guitars, electric guitars.
Go back with a club, with anything. I mean, even not thinking about a heavy weapon. I mean, you can still scare off a few zombies with making a homemade deodorant flamethrower. I mean, we've all done that.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Lighter, deodorant, spray the deodorant. Get it in his face. He can He can, you know, he's not going to attack you if he's got no eyes to see you. So you've got to be able to get up and go at a chance. You never know what's going to happen. I mean, if you live in a city or a town or somewhere heavily populated, they could be trying to get to you right now.
Mm-hmm.
They could be, I mean, while you're watching this YouTube video. I'm just saying. So another good way of, you know, assessing the situation, what you'll need, what you're up against, is to test a zombie.
Yeah.
You know, you see one out in your road, and if, you know, it could be a slow, stumbling zombie, but then he has the ability to go quick when he sees
like,
you. You know,
kind of dormant, like
yeah. You know, they conserve their energy when they're walking along, but then they see you, or they hear you, or they can smell you. Boom! That's a burst of energy. It's Usain Bolt running at you.
Yeah.
So you want to be able to know what to do. The easiest way, I think, would just be find one. You know, if you're in a group of people, you know, say a couple of you, don't do this on your own. That's I think the number one.
Yeah.
You don't want to test one out on your own
unless after I got to yours.
Yeah.
We'd grab the axes and head out.
You've all got weapons. You know, you've got a baseball bat, an axe, a sword, a gun. I mean, you could. We're thinking of it. Well, musket, you know.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, we're thinking of it from a British point of view because we don't have guns.
Yeah.
I mean, we can own guns, but it's very rare that you'll find someone with an armory. And I know, obviously, all around the world there are other countries who do allow guns, so you're more likely to have a better arsenal and a better class of weapon than we're going to have right now. So this is obviously, you've got to pick and choose it for your lifestyle, how you live. If you live in a village, if you live in a town, if you live in a city, if you live in the middle of nowhere, I mean, you could be living in the middle of the woods. The way I like it is you take out the knee, because the knee has always been the weak spot of the human body.
Sorry, don't mind me. I'm just trying to figure out how I do this in one fell.
No, what you do is you stand your ground. Okay, no, you stand your ground. Stop. What are you doing? Stop. Sit down.
Yeah, I got it.
No, you stand your ground, they come for you, you sidestep, foot to the back of the leg, or the side of the leg, the side of the knee, that's going to drop them down. Then, whilst they're on the floor, they're not going to get up straight away. Then you slam down with the axe, or the baseball bat.
Okay, I was thinking they're running towards you.
You don't want to spin, you don't want to turn your back on a zombie.
A low swoop, right, like, just to get it. You know, even if you do it too early, they're going to run into it. If you do it too late, you're just going to hook around the legs anyway and flick them up.
Yeah.
If you get it right, you're just going to crack them right on the side of the knee, just for bang. And then you can just kind of go, slide the hand down for bang. So,
what have we learned?
What have we learnt?
Well,
what have you learnt, Phil? What's your first thing? One thing that you've learnt?
Keep a bag. Keep an emergency bag. Or make sure you know things that you're going to take with you and where they are, because you don't want to be rummaging around a cupboard all of a sudden.
You don't have time. You don't have time to rummage. Yeah.
I mean, you could have your back turned and boom, sister's a zombie, dead.
Zombie.
What about you?
So the one thing that I wouldn't have thought of had you not brought up the topic yesterday, testing zombies.
Yeah, testing zombies.
You gotta know what they're like.
You gotta know what you're up against. Know your enemy.
Indeed.
Well,
it's always just the first decisions you make will decide whether you live or die.
Choices, you know, you got to be careful what you pick, but don't think too much.
Don't think, do. Don't think, comma, do. Okay. Don't think, do.
Don't think, do.
But yeah, no, it's the day one is all about decisions. It's your critical decisions, and the choices you make will affect what happens in the following week, month, year, however long
decade
you may survive for. And by that time it would just be a routine, and chances are you would have won. You would have survived.
Yeah.
You will be a survivor. But so check back in next Monday for our next episode. Maybe covering a week in.
Yeah.
I guess will be the next step.
More survival tactics.
Yeah. What you want to be doing, what you want to be looking out for. But we won't say any more. We'll save that for next Monday.
Yeah.
This has been I Hear Zombies. See you guys soon.
Yeah, make sure you leave a like and subscribe.